No nukes coming in. Beautiful day. Yep, not yet. Hey, I've been seeing the Zionist stuff all over, but what's that mean? Zionism, is that a religion, like a form of Judaism? Oh no, it's not a religion, it's a political movement. Became an organized movement in the 1890s with major financial backing from the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds? Yeah, you know, the control banking, world government, secretive global control family. Those Rothschilds? Yep. Those Rothschilds. Specifically, it was Edmund D. Rothschild that helped launch Zionism. So it's not the same thing as Judaism? No. What Zionism is runs in opposition to actual Judaism, which technically makes Zionism anti-Semitic when you think about it. But I don't think you're supposed to think about it because that creates problems for powerful people. Okay, so actual Judaism is not Zionism. Correct. Zionism violates the values of Judaism, so they're not the same and kind of very different. I thought Judaism and Zionism just went together. That's confusing. I think it's meant to be confusing. I thought Zionism was biblical. No, it's a political ideology from the 1890s. Judaism is the biblical one. Rothschilds, Zionism. So you're saying it's the same Rothschilds that most of us think control governments around the world? Yeah, same name, same bloodline. Huh. How would the Rothschilds control the U.S.? You ever hear of Israel? What do the Rothschilds have to do with Israel? They helped create it. They played a very pivotal role in the early development of a Zionist community in Palestine and the eventual creation of the State of Israel. So you think the Rothschilds might have some influence and control over something that they created? Yeah. Maybe. Huh, weird. So why are all the Zionists wanting this war with Iran? Well, what would you say is at the heart of all corrupt power? Well, I'd say the desire to accumulate more power and control at the expense of human welfare. I would agree. I don't know about that. I've been hearing a lot of Zionists on interviews lately. Lindsey Graham's doing a lot of them, saying we have to do the war with Iran to protect Israel because God wants us to. What have all parties throughout all religious wars and all of history said was their motive for killing and destruction? God wanted them to. And what about opposing sides in the same religious war? God wanted them to. Both of them. Yeah. Do you think God's schizophrenic? Probably not. Or do you think evil would use the name of God to justify corrupt actions? I suppose it might. But I follow some Zionists online and they don't seem like they have evil intentions. They seem like genuinely good people supporting what they think is good. Yep. I agree. So why would good people support something evil? Well, because of weaponized morality. Huh? Weaponized morality. It's when evil movements convince good people that the good thing to do is the bad thing. But they use lies, deception, and manipulation to convince people that the bad thing is the good thing. Weaponized morality. I don't know about that. Like, has that ever happened before? Do you know why German citizens turned in their neighbors? Well, probably because they just wanted to do something really bad and evil. No, they were told that's the good thing to do. Oh. Yeah. Get this deadly shot to protect everyone around you. It's the right thing to do. Or you have to burn down buildings in downtown Portland because that's the right thing to do. Or we have to censor speech online because that's the right thing to do. And here we are. Most of them aren't bad people. They're good people that fell for it. Yeah, you know, I used to believe that whole climate crisis thing. Yeah, I fell for that one too. Yeah, people can just be stupid sometimes. But man, I get what you're saying with all this. But I just think if you look at the Bible and with the end times prophecy and Israel being God's chosen people, it just makes me think that what's going on with the war with Iran, there just might be something biblical to that. You're referring to dispensationalism, not the Bible. Dispensationalism doesn't come from the Bible. It's a radicalized literal interpretation of the Bible that comes from the Scofield Reference Bible, not the Bible. What's that? It's a book written and published in 1909 by a guy named C.I. Scofield in order to spread Zionism. And they got it to be very influential over Christianity with its new, made-up interpretations of the Bible. It's got a strong emphasis on literal Israel being God's chosen people. And it's strongly pushes prophecy and end-time interpretations that aren't present in traditional biblical interpretations, but are very important pieces of Zionist propaganda. Well, what kind of new interpretations did this Scofield guy introduce? Well, before him, almost everyone saw Israel and church to be the same thing. As in, God's chosen people are the ones that go to church. That makes sense. But Scofield comes along and draws a big distinction between the two, separating them, making it so Israel no longer includes churchgoers, and therefore churchgoers are not God's chosen people. So according to him, just people in literal Israel are God's chosen people. Like God is racist against everyone who's not from the state of Israel. Well, according to Scofield and Zionists, yes. And with the massive liberties he took with his new interpretations, it made the formation of the state of Israel in 1948 sound like biblical prophecy. Well, maybe God was speaking through Scofield, and Scofield was able to interpret God's word better than God knew how to speak it. Yeah. Maybe. But Scofield was an alcoholic, a literal criminal, and he abandoned his wife and child. So it could be possible that God was working through him. Oh, his work was also funded by wealthy Zionists, too. So yeah, I mean, it could be he was motivated by God, or it could be he was motivated by the money he was paid by Zionists to write what he wrote in order to spread Zionism. But yeah, I don't know. I just assumed it was from the Bible. Rothschild, Scofield. The guy never knew where Zionism came from. Yeah, I don't think they want you to know. What if the Rothschilds are truly doing the work of the Lord, and therefore Zionism is God's way? Do you know the Rothschilds are all over the Epstein files? Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. In an email, Epstein said, and I quote, "I represent the Rothschilds family." And there's a lot of other mentions too. So you don't think Epstein was doing the Lord's work either? Oh, what are you doing at this point? Yeah, I didn't think so either. I'm just throwing stuff at a wall. Peptides are short chains of amino acids that act as signaling molecules in the body. They tell your natural biological processes like healing, fat loss, cognitive performance, to function well. Personally, I use peptides all the time, whether I'm recovering from an injury, just want to reduce my overall inflammation, improve my cognitive performance, or increase my fitness gains. But when it comes to peptides, there's two main problems that BioLongevity Labs solves. One is access to peptides. It's no secret the pharmaceutical industrial complex tries to make it really hard to obtain high quality, reliable peptides. But thanks to BioLongevity Labs, you don't have to worry about that. But there's another problem with peptides that a lot of people run into, and that's absorption. If you properly inject peptides, you're guaranteed a very high absorption rate, but many people don't want to inject peptides, they just don't want to poke themselves with a needle. So then they're left with peptide capsules, which is great. The only problem is there tends to be a much lower absorption rate of the peptide into your body relative if it was injected. But BioLongevity Labs solves that problem too, thanks to BioStrips, the world's first peptide-powered sublingual strip with insta-release technology. BioStrips dissolve instantly, delivering peptides directly into your bloodstream for rapid release and targeted absorption. I love the BioStrips. They are an industry-shattering first of its kind. And personally, right now I'm using BPC 157, which is just world-renowned for anti-inflammation and speeding healing recovery, because a couple days ago in the gym I went a little too hard, pulled a muscle, and it's helping me recover very fast. Just go to biolongevitylabs.com and for 10% off, use discount code AWAKEN. That's biolongevitylabs.com, discount code AWAKEN. Enjoy.